Welcome back to Augmented Voices, where we explore that fascinating world, where
Yeah.
human ingenuity meets AI.
hmm
Today, we're diving into some advancements that are really shaking things up across industries.
Yeah, it's wild.
And what's really catching my eye is how these AI tools are becoming accessible to everyone, not just big tech.
Right, exactly. Smaller businesses, even individuals are getting in on the action. It's pretty amazing.
Definitely. So where do we even begin with all this?
Well, this accessibility is fueling a ton of innovation in some pretty surprising places. Like we're seeing this in legal tech.
Okay, yeah, legal tech. That's right. We've got the news about Harvey, that AI legal assistant. They've just got a massive $300 million funding round.
Yeah, they're valued at a cool $3 billion now.
$3 billion. That's just wow.
It's a big deal. And it's not just about simplifying things like document processing. Harvey's built to be a true co-pilot for lawyers.
So it's like what? Helping them answer these really complex legal questions?
Exactly. By analyzing huge amounts of data. Imagine having an AI that can go through mountains of legal documents and pull out the most relevant info in just seconds.
That would save so much time and brain power. But okay, can we really trust AI with that kind of sensitive client info?
That's a question a lot of people are asking, and for good reason. I mean, security and confidentiality are paramount in the legal world, right? So it's interesting. Developers are putting some serious security measures in place, encryption, access controls, all that, to make sure client data stays protected.
That makes sense. Got to have those safeguards for sure, especially with confidential stuff like legal strategies and personal details.
Absolutely.
All right, let's switch gears to something a little more visual. Video marketing. Avatar's got this new AI tool, Velocity, and it's making waves,
Oh, yeah, Velocity's cool.
generating these high-quality product videos straight from online links.
And what sets Velocity apart is it actually uses 3D models of the products, not just flat images, which is pretty neat.
Oh, interesting. So it takes the product image and just like makes the 3D model.
Pretty much.
Oh,
And then uses those models to create the videos. Businesses don't need those expensive studio shoots anymore or complicated editing software. They can make professional-looking videos super easily.
that's wild. Imagine you're a small business owner. You can create these stunning product videos without, breaking the bank.
Exactly. And it's not just small businesses. Big names like HP and Victoria's Secret are already using it. So it's really showing its potential to, change the whole video marketing landscape.
Wow.
Which makes you wonder, are we going to see this flood of AI-generated video content?
That's a good question.
And if so, will it be as effective as, human-made videos? It's kind of hard to tell.
Yeah, those are really great questions. I mean, on the one hand, it could give anyone the power to create these like really captivating videos. It could level the playing field for businesses of all sizes, which would
Yeah.
be awesome. But on the other hand, we might end up with more like generic videos that all look the same, which could make it harder to stand out
Oh, yeah, definitely. It all comes down to how people choose to use the technology.
for sure.
Speaking of visualizing the future, though, this next one is mind-blowing. AI in urban planning. Have you heard of City Dreamer 4D?
Now, what is that?
It's a system that makes these crazy 4D simulations of entire urban environments.
Hold on, 4D. So not just like a 3D model of a city, but it includes time.
You got it. It takes data about the city, things like population growth, transportation, even environmental stuff, and it uses all that to create this dynamic simulation. You see how the city might grow and change over years, decades even, like a virtual time machine almost.
That is incredible. I mean, for urban planners, that could be huge.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Simulating the impact of different policies, right?
Yes.
Like what happens if we build a new highway or create more green spaces? You can see how it all plays out.
Exactly. You can test out scenarios and see how they affect things like traffic, air quality, even social equity. It's a powerful tool for making cities smarter and more sustainable.
This is blowing my mind. From legal documents to marketing videos to entire cities. It seems like AI is changing how we visualize and interact with the world.
It really is. And it's pushing the boundaries of what's possible creatively, too. Like in 3D content creation, Tencent just came out with this system called Hunyuan 3D 2.0.
Okay, what's that one do?
Basically, it makes detailed 3D models from simple sketches.
So instead of spending hours, modeling something in 3D, you can just draw it and the AI takes over.
Pretty much. But what's even cooler is that Hunyuan 3D 2.0 doesn't just do static models. It learns movement patterns, too. So you can actually sketch out an animation, and it'll bring it to life.
Wow. That could save animators so much time.
Definitely. We're talking weeks, months even. Imagine what this means for gaming, film, VR. Suddenly, creating high-quality 3D content becomes way faster, cheaper, and more accessible to everyone.
It's like democratizing 3D content creation.
Exactly. It gives smaller studios and independent artists the tools to compete with the big guys. And it opens up all these new possibilities for creative expression, too. Like, you can quickly prototype designs, experiment with ideas, and bring your imagination to life in this really intuitive way.
This is all so exciting. But, like, what about 3D artists? What happens to them?
That's a valid question, but think about it. Throughout history, whenever we've had these big technological leaps, we've also seen new job opportunities emerge, even if the existing roles change and evolve a bit.
Right. So instead of being afraid of AI, we should see it as a way to, like, enhance our abilities.
Exactly. AI can handle the more technical side of things, which frees up artists to focus on the really creative stuff.
That makes sense.
It's all about finding that synergy between human creativity and, AI's efficiency. And it brings us back to something you touched on earlier, the impact on jobs. It's a question that comes up a lot with AI.
Yeah, it's definitely on people's minds. If AI is doing all the work, what's left for us?
It's not about replacement, though. It's more like evolution. Think about it. When computers first came around, people thought they'd wipe out jobs.
Right.
And yeah, some jobs did change. But a whole bunch of new ones popped up, right? Like in software, data analysis, digital marketing, all that.
So it's like instead of killing jobs, technology created new ones.
Exactly. That needed different skills, a different way of thinking. And AI is the same. It's a tool that can actually make us better, help us work smarter, solve those really tough problems, and focus on the stuff that requires human creativity, ingenuity, critical thinking, all that.
Okay, that makes sense. It's more of a partnership, not a takeover.
Mm-hmm.
But there are still some concerns, right? Like you mentioned AI-generated content maybe becoming generic.
Yeah.
How do we make sure AI enhances creativity? It doesn't just like squash it.
That's the key question, right? It all boils down to how we use these tools. AI, at least how it is now, it can be used for good or bad. We have to guide it.
So it's not about being afraid of AI, it's understanding it, right?
Mhm.
And using it responsibly to get where we want to go, whether that's making amazing visuals, designing better cities, or, changing how we approach law.
Precisely. It all comes back to us, really. AI, it's a reflection of us, of our ingenuity, and we have to shape its future and make sure it benefits humanity.
This conversation has really shown just how much potential AI has in so many areas. But it also makes me realize we need to keep talking about it, thinking about the ethics, the impact on society, how we use these powerful tools to make a better future.
Couldn't agree more. The future of AI, it's not set in stone. It's something we're actively building right now through our choices and actions and being willing to have these tough conversations.
So to wrap things up, what's the one thing you want our listeners to take away from all this? What should they remember as they explore this world of AI that's changing so fast?
I'd say stay curious, stay informed, and be a part of shaping the future of AI. Don't be afraid to ask the hard questions, challenge those assumptions, and really engage in these discussions about the role of AI in our lives.
And have fun with it.
Of course.
Experiment, explore, let your imagination run wild. Who knows what incredible things we'll create together in this new era of, like, human AI collaboration.
It's an exciting time to be alive, that's for sure. And what gets me excited is, we're not just thinking about AI for automation anymore. It's becoming more like a partner for problem solving, even creative exploration.
Yeah, like we're pushing the limits of what's possible.
Yeah.
We've talked about some pretty amazing stuff today, but where do you see AI having the biggest impact down the road?
Ooh, that's a tough one. So many possibilities. But healthcare's got huge potential, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine AI helping doctors, diagnose things early, personalize treatments, even speeding up drug discovery. We could solve some of the world's biggest health problems.
That would be incredible. And what about education? Could AI help us tailor learning to each student?
Absolutely. Think of AI tutors that adapt to how each student learns, give them personalized feedback. It could completely change how we educate future generations, make learning way more engaging and effective.
It's amazing to think about how AI could help us tackle challenges and create these opportunities in so many fields. But we got to acknowledge there's still a lot of unknowns, right? How do we navigate the ethics of it all? Make sure AI is used for good.
You're right. That's a crucial point. Like any powerful technology, there are risks, challenges we need to address head on. And that's why these conversations are so important. Open, honest discussions about the ethics of AI.
So it's not just about the tech itself, it's about building an ethical framework for how we use it.
Exactly. We have to think critically about things like bias, transparency, accountability, making sure AI benefits everyone, not just a select few.
That's a great point. I think we've given our listeners a lot to consider today. As we wrap up, any final thoughts or insights you want to share with our audience?
Just one. The future of AI, it's not happening to us. It's something we're creating together right now.
I love that. So, as we keep exploring AI and all its possibilities, let's do it responsibly, with creativity and a focus on building a future where humans and AI work side by side to make the world a better place.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
And that's a wrap on another episode of Augmented Voices. We hope you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of AI. Be sure to join us next time as we continue to explore this ever-changing landscape of artificial intelligence and its impact on our lives. Until then.
See you next time.